for allowing me to get up to 1,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all. I feel so special. I feel so blessed. Oh, thank you guys. So I did promise a few of you that once I get up to 1,000, I was going to put in my Instagram. I made a new Instagram page. So I put it, if you go to About, you'll see the little icon that says Instagram if you would like to, follow me on Instagram. All right, so today, let's get to battle rap. Today, the battle Chess versus Danny Myers. Y'all already know Chess is one of my faves. That battle dropped today, Born Legacy 8. It dropped on the app. All right, so let's go. Let me start. Now, Chess starts first. Now, before I begin, y'all already know how Danny Myers is. He gets really riled up. It's like as if he can't help himself, and I know a lot of battlers, you feel yourself when you say a hard bar. It's like, oh, you feel it. But Danny gets a little bit too riled up, and Chess wasn't here for it, guys. So I'm going to let y'all know what happened through each round. All right, round one, Chess goes first. They got the bar god against the bar demon. I'm in rare form. I was so scared for him. I asked Saga to say a prayer for him. I said, pray this nigga don't be just touching me all extra this battle, because I just might put hands on him. And I pray that if this can on him, that these shots will get a land on him. Yo, Cleveland, if I shoot, y'all shooting with me? Exactly. These shots will get a land on him. Bang! So that was like a double entendre, because they battling in Cleveland, Ohio, and with basketball teams, they have the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that they shoot, meaning shoot the ball in the basket. So I like when Chess says at the end, yo, Cleveland, if I shoot, y'all shooting with me, but of course they, shooting the ball, but it's a double entendre, because he goes, these shots that get a land on him, bang! So meaning shot from the gun. So I thought that was fire. Next bar. I'm a young G. Before you try to son me, go home and be a dad, bitch. And y'all better not react to all that whack shit. Just let it bypass. None of them gas tricks. I thought that was fire. You ever heard of gastric bypass surgery? So that was a nice bar at the end. Don't just let it bypass. None of them gas tricks. Meaning, how people gas up your bars or whatever. But that was like a play on words for the for gastric bypass surgery. So I thought that was fire. Next bar. I'ma kill him on stage. Then off stage, I'm ripping him deadly. After I beat Danny Trejo, he gonna get the machete. Fire. Y'all know Danny Trejo is actually an actor, and he played in the movie called Machete. It's an action movie. It's about drugs, and it's a lot of violence in the movie. It's a thriller. It's a really good movie. Next bar. So he starts talking about what happened at Summer Impact. Yeah, Blackface swung on me like a grown man. So what? He was protecting his own fan. Yeah, I respect that, because he an OG. See, you just an old man, and y'all got one thing in common. Two elder niggas on stage with punches that don't land. Fire. So he did say that in the Hip Hop Is Real. I remember watching that interview with him and a few people in the car, and he was saying, yeah, Blackface was trying to get at him, but he didn't land no punches. So this is a double entendre, okay, when he said two niggas on stage with punches that don't land. And when you have a punch in battle rap, that's like a bar punch, a bar when it comes to battle rap, or a punch, a real punch. So that's a double entendre. Don't land. You know how bar on stage could land or not land with the crowd, or punching somebody would either land or not land. All right, so now we're going to go to Danny Myers. So that first round, Chess was fire, y'all. I mean, almost every bar was hitting. He was really good that first round. So now we go to Danny Myers' first round. So now he's trying to rebuttal and stuff. Bitch, you call me an old nigga? I shouldn't even be spitting with rookies. Even my 40-year-old virgin shouldn't be getting this pussy. So virgin and the P word. Next bar. You turning 21. You can buy liquor. I see you. Bow. There's a difference between in the coroner's ID you. I'll piece you with that Sprite bottle. I'll take the knife up out of it. I'll stitch your brain in two and won't think twice about it. So you know Danny Myers is all up in Chess face, you know, kind of like nudging him a little bit, pushing him, and Chess is visibly looking very agitated. He's like, yo, chill, man, I got water, yo, chill. Like you could tell Chess was getting really upset, you know. So I was kind of cringing like, oh God, I hope it ain't gonna be another fight. Next bar. I fucking hate you. You think cause you young, the story change? Nigga, I touch you. Even if you a child star. Ask Corey Haim, the 40 bag. Now, Corey Haim, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Corey Haim is Haim. He's a child star, was a teenage star in Hollywood, okay, back in the 1980s, all right? So he was troubled by drug addiction, and I'm assuming, I don't know if this is true, because in the bar it says, niggas will touch you. Okay, so I don't know if I know in Hollywood they do a lot of that gay stuff, so I don't know if somebody must have touched Corey Haim in Hollywood, but I'm assuming that that's what he meant by that bar. All right, and plus when he said, I fucking hate you, you think cause you young, the story changed, niggas will touch you even if you a child star. And I looked Corey Haim up, and I know that he was drug addicted, you know, so he probably was molested in Hollywood too. All right, next bar. Your mama sucked my dick till I stained the curtains. Then she let me flip the coin because I came the furthest. And when he said that, the crowd was like, oh, like totally disrespectful. Now, when he said flip the coin, you know, coins, one side could be heads, the other side could be tails. So it makes sense when he said your mother sucked my D, heads, you know, she was giving him heads, basically. All right, and then when he says, because I came the furthest, you know, when they say you know, C-U-M when you come or whatever. All right, y'all understand that bar. Next bar. Fuck what Chess is on. Every knuckle gon' connect the bars. I beat them black, then beat them blue. I'm trying to set the tone. He was wilding, y'all. Danny Myers was wigging on Chess. All right, one more bar in that first round. This bar right here was a room shaker. They say I'm too complex when I'm spitting with a rival. Well, catch it on cam. They used to getting it in Ohio. So I was like, what does that mean? And then I thought about it. Oh yeah, Cameron. Remember the rapper Cameron? He had that song that said, I used to get it in Ohio. He had the video and everything. So that's why I hit hard. And they battling in Cleveland, Ohio. So that was a nice bar. All right, so now we're going to round two. This is Chess. So Chess rebuttals about what Danny Myers said about his mom. So here we go. So he all calm about it. He looking at, you know, Danny Myers like really, you know, real calm. He had the crowd quiet, trying to figure out what he about to say. Damn, Brody. Why you had to play my mom's? You weren't even supposed to be here. You should be thanking me. Matter of fact, she made me be, so you should be thanking moms. This was supposed to be me and Young Ill. But he's somewhere doing crack with your baby moms. So when he said that, the crowd was like, oh, because, you know, there's a rumor about, you know, allegedly Danny Myers, one of his baby moms, I think he only has one. His baby mom was a crack addict, okay? And I think Danny Myers actually told that story, so it's well known in the battle rap community. But that hit hard in the building. You can literally see Danny Myers shooken up by it. He even started talking to Chess through his round. You know, like, yo, you know, talking, like you could tell that really hit home for Danny Myers. So I was like, uh-oh. All right, so next bar. First off, none of y'all niggas hold me back. Y'all can't control me. We ain't gonna jump in my fight, I'm Dolly. I'm the only one putting hands on Bull. I'm the goalie. Shoot up your ribs straight through his cage like Foley. Champion of the year? You probably won't be, cause you're a peasant. Only kings tend to become champs. I am comfy. So I like the end of that because that was like a little scheme at the end. So, all right, so let me break this bar down. So he's basically saying, y'all don't hold me because I'm going to put, hands on this guy. So then he, compared it to Mick Foley. Mick Foley is a former wrestler because he said, I'm the only one putting hands on ball. I'm goalie, shoot your ribs straight through your cage like Mick Foley. And Mick Foley used to do this wrestler move where he hits you in the rib cage. Okay, so that's where he get that from. And then I like at the end when he said, because you're a peasant, only kings tend to become champs. I'm comfy. Now that was like a little scheme. Now, you know how it's a king size bed, queen size bed, twin size bed. Then he said only kings tend to become, but he meant tender. You know, a king size bed could be soft and tender. Okay, and then at the end he said, I'm comfy. You be comfortable in the bed. So I thought that was a nice little scheme at the end. Next bar. Mask with me, cause I wear it often. And if I put that on you, you're dead, man. I'm swearing on it, airing on him. Get all sorts of rounds next. Sound like the nigga falling down steps. Fire. I like when he said because you know how you fall and it literally sounds like that. Sound like the nigga falling down steps. But of course he meant airing on him. He gonna shoot him. Fire. I'll say it again. Mask with me, cause I wear it often. And if I put that on, you're dead, man. I'm swearing on it, airing on him. Get all sorts of rounds next. Sound like the nigga falling down steps. That hit hard in the building. All right, next bar. I cut it short. I chopped up the beginning. ... See, I wasn't the hooper, but I hung with the shooters and rode with a razor. It wasn't a scooter. I thought that was fire, because you know them razor scooters, the ones that kind of like lift up, but it's still a scooter. It's called razor scooter. But when he said and rode with a razor, it wasn't a scooter. Like I was rolling, I had a real razor. So I thought that was fire. All right, one more bar in the second round. Y'all gonna listen to this bull nigga preach, but I'ma talk about guns cause I run up and boom ya. Nobody wanna hear that bullshit, Sharif. I'm just straight to the 40 like get the fuck off the cooler. I thought that was fire. Remember the movie Menace to Society? And remember when Sharif, he was the Muslim guy that was by the cooler, he had his arm on the cooler, and Kane wanted to get a 40 beer. So he was like, yo, pass me a 40. And then when he went up to Sharif, he was like, yo, why are you sitting on it? Why are you chilling on the cooler? Why are you doing that? And then Sharif was basically saying to keep y'all fools from drinking this poison. So when he said that bar, it reminded me of that scene. I know he got that from that scene, Menace to Society. At the end of this bar, he says, nobody want to hear that bullshit, Sharif. Remember that was a line in the Menace to Society, and one of the scenes, I think it was Old Dog, was like, I don't want to hear that, Sharif. I remember he said that in one of the scenes. So I like when he said that, and then he goes, I'm just straight to the 40, but of course he meant the gun. Like, get the fuck off the cooler, but the 40 could be a 40 beer bottle or the 40 gun. Okay, so that was a double entendre. Fire. Chess is different, that was fire. So I didn't even say who I got round one. Round one, okay, I got Danny Myers winning it, okay, round one. Oh shit. Yeah, round one I got Danny Myers winning it. I already said his bars, set the tone, right? I just want to make sure I said it. Okay, and then round one I got Danny Myers. Round two, I'll let y'all know. Round two, we up next for Danny Myers. Okay, so now by this time, Danny is all, he say a few bars, I didn't write it down because they was just okay, but he all up in Chess's face. Chess literally pushes him hard, y'all. Bam! That Danny literally kind of fall back a little bit. Yo, get the F out of my face. Beasley Smack had to break it up. Chess crew is like getting all riled up, and he's telling y'all, chill, we good. And he was like, all right, I'm good. Like, I could just tell with Danny Myers, it seemed like he just can't help himself. He gets so fired up, so riled up when it comes to this battle rap. Like he be really in character. So he just got to learn to just pipe it down a little bit, that's all. And I think that's one of the main reasons why a lot of battle rappers don't like battling Danny because he gets too much in a personal space. I mean, he be really in your space to the point where he's nudging you, pushing you. And as a man, you know, them as men, they don't like that. All right, they could see every now and again, but he be doing a little too much. All right, so here we go. Danny Myers is up. Round 2. You picked the wrong time to join the cave, little nigga. See, it's alright when y'all writing, but the rule is when you in a gang and one of y'all swing, y'all all fighting. But I salute you, cause you was willing to go to war for him. Orange Shirt was getting stomped out on the floor for him. Briz was running, he looked back, it was more of them. Tay-Rock was being a gentleman, he held the door for him. Yo, when he said this long bar, yo, the crowd went crazy. And you could tell Cave Gang did not, because Rock was there. He didn't show his face, but you could hear Rock talking. You see Chef Trez over there. I didn't see Briz, though. I didn't see Briz or hear Briz, but I heard Tay-Rock and I saw Chef Trez. All right, next bar. So, of course, that was an angle about what happened at Summer Impact, about the whole fight. And I knew this was going to be an angle that they're going to always bring up with the Cave Gang from now on. While he's saying this bar, y'all, Chess is like you could tell he was saying to himself, oh yeah, I already knew this was coming. Like, he hates the fact that this is now an angle against him. He just joined Cave Gang, and now he got this bad angle on him. Next bar. But Briz in shape. I know he be in the gym though. But the nigga was insulted by okay, let me say that again. But Briz in shape. I know he be in the gym though. But the nigga was insulted by blackface. Jim Crow. Fire. You know, back in the days when it was segregation with the blacks and the whites, they had Jim Crow laws. For example, blacks couldn't drink out the same water fountain with the whites. Blacks couldn't go to certain restaurants. If you get on a bus, blacks had to be in the back or get on the back. When they enter the bus, they got to go through the back and sit in the back. If they did sit and the white person wanted a seat, they had to give up their seat. These were all Jim Crow laws. Now with blackface, back in like maybe the 30s or 40s when they used to do entertainment on stage and stuff, you know, they used to make black people just cover their face with black paint or black makeup. You know, it's like they didn't want black people to even show their face. So I thought that was a nice little fire bar. Next bar. The rumor was, I guess Pops decked ya. Y'all couldn't jump him? That's right, it's chess, not checkers. Thought that was fire. Because when you play, you know, chess is a board game. Checkers is also a board game. And with checkers, you can jump, you know, pieces. I'm sure y'all already know. You can jump the king, you know, not the king, but you could just jump a piece. So when he said, the rumor was, I guess Pops decked ya. Y'all couldn't jump him? Because he mean like all of y'all couldn't jump this guy? That's right. It's chess, not checkers. Fire. Because with chess, they just have the knight, the king, the queen, the pawn, the bishop. I know how to play chess since I'm a little girl, so I'm really good at that board game. But I thought that was fire. All right, next bar. Next bar. We got 2 more bars in the second round. And you under rock? You shouldn't be a slave. If you laid a foundation to build your own house, you wouldn't need a cave. The way Tsunami talks his way out of jail is just stellar. Y'all notice anytime Surf get booked, he's a bestseller? Fire, y'all. Fire. Oh, Danny got some good. He's definitely the bar guy. So I like this bar. He's telling Chess, you basically picked the wrong time to be in Cave Gang. You should have built your own foundation, build your own home. You wouldn't need a cave. And then he talking about Tsunami Surf. Talks his way out of jail. It's just stellar. Y'all notice anytime Surf get booked, when he mean booked, like booked to be in jail, booked, he's a bestseller, but that's a double entendre, because either he's booked in jail or he's booked on the battle rap stage, booked to battle. Okay, and when he's booked to battle, he's a lot of times the main, the main event or the best seller, because he sells tickets, you know what I'm saying? So, and then booked, the word book, you can have a bestseller when you sell a book, you know what I'm saying? So that was fire, 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 fire. Okay, Yeah, that was fire. I think I said this one. I'm not sure. One more bar. They say I'm too complex. When I'm spitting with a rival, we'll catch it on cam. They used to getting it in Ohio. I think I said that already. So that was a part of his round in round 2. Catch it in. They used to getting it in Ohio. It was Cameron's song. I used to get it in Ohio. All right. So now we go into round 3, y'all. Round 3. Chess go first. So he goes, do you believe? Now, before I start, let me tell you who I think won round 2. Round 2, I had to still give it to Danny Myers, y'all. To me, Danny would have better bars. Danny was on fire. Okay, Chess was good too. Like, Chess is no slouch. Chess had good bars too. But Danny was just on another level to me. So I had to give Danny both rounds, round 1 and 2. So I'm thinking, like, can Chess at least get the 3rd round? So here we go, Chess round 3. Do you believe in the parallel universe? I do. Now let me tell you why I despise you. You said you would come see me on my birthday and I was lied to. Then told me y'all make it up to me on Christmas. See, that was lied too. Said when you come home everything be different. That was a lie. But you was looked most of my life. I get it. Pop's a thug, wasn't the best hustler, so you robbed the plug for all kinds of drugs. Said them robbers was for your sons. But yet and still you couldn't buy us love. Cause kids ain't care when their parents were broke. They cared when the promise was fire. That was like a heartfelt bar. So basically he's pretending that Danny Myers is his father. His father is currently locked up in jail, in prison. Okay, so he's basically reminiscing, saying how you promised me this, you promised me that. On Christmas, you said you'll make it up. You was a robber, you know, you doing it, but you made all these promises, and I didn't care about the other stuff. You know, you robbing and trying to feed us. I care about your promise, basically. So I thought that was nice. Next bar. No diapers, no comfort. So some pops you was. I ain't never see huggies from my pops or give my pops a hug. Some pops you was when the other ones had, so you got the mug, but you was far from the #1 dad. That's why I never got the mug. You know that mug, the coffee mugs that say #1 dad on it? Okay, so he's saying that you got the mug, like a mug shot for all of the shit you did to go to prison, but I never got, but you was far from the #1 dad. That's why I never got a mug. I thought that was nice. That was fire. You know, so he's doing this whole parallel universe thing in this 3rd round. Then he was doing so good, y'all. Then, of course, he starts choking. And he hasn't been choking lately in none of his battles, so I was kind of shocked that he started choking. But he brung it right back with no problem. And then he even rebutted his choking, y'all. He says, see, I can't even get this shit out. Maybe it'll get out when my pops get out. He said that, and that shit actually hit hard in the building. People was feeling that. So he continued, you know, he started to remember his bars. He continued and went on, and he had a pretty good 3rd round. It's just that he had a little stumbles, you know, but it was still pretty good. So next we go to Danny Myers' 3rd round. I didn't raise you right. I was a bad father. I was fucking with bitches. I was doing a lot of things. I didn't put a ring on your mama's finger, but this promise ring. Bitch! Let me say that again. I didn't raise you right. I was a bad father. I was fucking with bitches. I was doing a lot of things. I didn't put a ring on your mama's finger, but this promise ring, bitch! Next bar. So he's saying this promise, you know, will ring, meaning a gun. When you heard that sound in the room and it sounded like we was clapping Tommies, that was nobody getting shot. That was your mommy, bitch! You know, so this is all rebuttals in the beginning. So he had the crowd going. They was feeling it. Next bar. You a wild nigga. Look what these cats have become. You the type that'll lose that fair fight and come back with a gun. So he kept singing stuff like that. Next bar. You fire, but I'm willing to bring more deaths. It's game time. That 32 piece on board, Chess. Your heart next. And if Chess intervene, he'll make the wrong move and die protecting his queen. Fire. You know the chess game, chess board with the queen is one of the pieces, and it has 32 pieces, but he said 32 piece, meaning his gun on board chess. Okay, fire, fire, the fire little scheme he had. He will, if you make the wrong move, and you can make a wrong move on a chessboard, you make the wrong move and die protecting your queen, and you could try to protect the queen with the other pieces on the board, like the knights, the pawn, the king even, the bishop, you know, all of the other pieces usually protects the queen, because you never want to give that queen up. This is when you play in the actual game chess. All right, so he had a lot of chess flips. Okay, next bar. Take this L tonight, and that's another move on the chess game. The knight actually does an L move on the chess game, so I thought that was very clever how he said take this L tonight, but of course he meant take this loss tonight, or you know the L with the, I thought that was fire. Anyway, take this L tonight. Fight like you never fought before. When will these rooks learn they were never good across the board? You need the checkmates. They left you to be pancakes. It wasn't real when they let you join the game on a handshake. So pancakes, you know, is flat. So I like when you said you need the checkmates. They, you know, you need to check your boys is basically what he's saying. They left you to be pancakes. They left you flat. You need to check your mates, meaning your boys in Cave Game. It wasn't real when they left you joined the game on a handshake. All right, so next bar. This is the last bar. I'll fuck you up. I really hate the cave. I cut off both your hands. Now let's see if you can replace the wave. Fire. Because remember on Summer Impact, the first one, regular Summer Impact, it was supposed to be Tay-Rock and Tsu Surf battling Loaded Hollows. But due to Surf, you know, his gun charges or whatever he is charged with, okay, he couldn't make the battle, so Chess had to replace Tsu Surf in battle, okay, and they call Tsunami Surf the Wave. They call him Wave. All right, y'all, so that concludes Danny Myers versus Chess. That third round, I had to still give it to Danny again because Chess choked. Had Chess been clean in that round, Chess choked and kept stumbling. Okay, so had he been clean in that round, I probably would have gave that round to Chess. But because he wasn't clean, he was stumbling, he automatically lost that round. But he had great material. I like how he, you know, was acting like Danny Myers was his father and talking to him. It was a really heartfelt round, that third round he had, but it just wasn't clean. All right, so I'm sorry, Chess. I had to give it to Danny Myers all 3 rounds, but it was not a body, y'all. It was no body. Congratulations, Danny. And chill the F out. Like, stop. That's why these battlers are not battling you, Danny. I bet you that's what it is, because they don't like how riled up and fired up and amped up you be. You could be like that, but stay in your place. Don't be all up in the battler's face doing that. Okay, you making them feel less like a man. That's just some advice. I hope you take heed to my advice. All right, y'all. Check y'all later. And it's your girl, Galaxy Queen Star. Later.